How does my wounded inner child end up turning my life into a mess? Have you ever had an experience like this? Why am I getting so angry over something that seems like no big deal? Why do I feel anxious that I'll be abandoned, even though I'm being loved? Why does my mood change depending on someone else's feelings? Why do I keep repeating problems in the same kind of relationship? John Bradshaw says there may be an inner child within who has been wounded at the root of this kind of problem. Bradshaw begins this story through his own experiences. One summer when he was 40, he went on vacation with his family to Padre Island. But then, all of a sudden, without even knowing why, he exploded with anger at his family and drove off. When he came to his senses, he found himself sitting alone in a cheap motel room. Even more astonishing was that it was already the third time that year. He asks God, "God, I hate myself for being like this. What exactly is the problem?" Then the memory of being 11 years old came to mind. I was angry because my father came home late after drinking, but young John couldn't express his rage because he had been taught that he shouldn't get angry at his parents. However, the suppressed feelings didn't disappear. That anger remains in a child's heart, and then decades later flares up again as a result of a conflict with the family. Bradshaw explains this as an unconscious age regression. The body has grown into adulthood, but the emotions have returned to the age of the past. Unresolved childhood emotions never disappear. Those emotions can resurface in adult life in the form of relationship problems, anger, anxiety, addiction, self-blame, and more. Bradshaw explains this as contaminate meaning. An inner child who has been hurt contaminates various patterns in an adult's life. The first is codependency. They value other people's feelings more than their own emotions and needs. If my husband is upset, then I feel it, too. If other people like me, then I seem like a good person. That's how they end up not even knowing what they feel or what they want. Second is aggressive behaviour. A child who experienced violence in childhood may learn the perpetrator's patterns of behaviour to protect themselves. If the wounds I've been left with don't heal, those wounds may be passed on to someone else. Third is an unfulfilled narcissistic need for validation. If you didn't receive enough love, recognition, and protection in childhood, you'll keep craving love and recognition even after you become an adult. If I meet the perfect person, I'll be happy. If I have more money, I'll become someone worth valuing. But no matter how much I get, my heart can't be filled. The fourth is a matter of trust. A child raised under unpredictable parents feels the world is a dangerous place. So they either try to control everything, or, on the other hand, become completely dependent on other people. The fifth is the expression and internalization of emotions. Because emotions are energy, suppressing them doesn't make them disappear. If it bursts outward, it can become anger and aggression if it turns inward. It can turn into self-blame and self-harm, and sometimes show up as physical symptoms. The sixth is magical thinking. The child thinks, if I do well, Mum won't get angry. If this kind of thinking remains even after becoming an adult, they think, if I meet the right person, my life will change. They start thinking, if I just have a lot of money, I'll be happy. A healed person asks questions like this: what can I change right now? The seventh is intimacy disorder. People who have been hurt are afraid of being abandoned and also afraid of someone coming too close. So they repeat a pattern of getting close, pushing someone away, and then when they drift farther, grabbing on again. The eighth is impulsive, disorderly behaviour. If you can't learn self-regulation, you may become impulsive on the other hand. If you grow up in an overly strict environment, you can fall into perfectionism and obsession. The ninth is addictive and compulsive behaviour. Bradshaw says that by talking about his own experiences with alcohol and drug addiction, the underlying cause of addiction may be the unmet needs of an inner child within. Addiction can be triggered not only by alcohol or drugs, but also by work, shopping, food, relationships, money, and even anger. Addiction sometimes serves to temporarily cover up inner emptiness. The 10th is cognitive distortions. The wounded inner child sees the world in black and white. If you don't love me, you're going to hate me. One person left me, so everyone will leave me. It also can't distinguish between feelings and facts. Since I feel guilty, I must be a bad person. But feelings are important, but feelings aren't the same as facts. And what remains in the end is a feeling of emptiness. If, as a child, you hide your true self and create a false self just to survive, the hole in the soul can remain in your heart even after you become an adult. Even if you succeed, gain recognition, and have so much, why am I still so empty? I feel like I'm not really living my life the way I should. So where does healing begin? It isn't blaming the wounded inner child. Rather, you're the one who's telling it like this. You were really having a hard time back then. Back then, you had no choice. And you ask, what was it that child truly needed? From a faith perspective, inner healing is also the process of bringing past wounds back before God. It's experiencing again in God the love, security, approval, and sense of belonging that you were unable to receive from other people. The reason our wounded inner child makes our lives so difficult is not because that child is bad. It's because that child hasn't been healed yet. So instead of trying to get rid of that child, we should meet them, understand them, and embrace them. And you should be able to say that. Now I will take care of you. At that time, we can step out of a life shaped by the past and move one step toward a life chosen by the present you. Meeting the wounded inner child isn't going back to the past. It's the beginning of healing to restore the real you and live a freer, more meaningful today.